What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be going over the best roles to utilize within your tactics since the winter update. Since I have been playing, I have noticed that some of these roles have been performing a bit better. Maybe it's because some of these players got upgrades, but some of these roles have definitely become more prominent either in my tactics that I've seen across YouTube, or just in general have been performing better. So today we're going to be going over 17 of the best roles within FM24 right now, and I have at least 2 in each area of the pitch except for the striker position. I have 3 there. Main reason being because those 3 are absolutely incredible up top if you're utilizing 1 or 2 striker formations. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. So we're going to be starting from the goalkeeper position and working our way up all the way to the striker position. And the first role we're going to be talking about for the goalkeepers is the sweeper keeper, but on the support duty. The sweep keeper on support is the more aggressive type of sweeper keeper that allows you to take more risks. It is much better to use than the sweep keeper on attack, and this is the one that you utilize if you want your goalkeeper to be a little bit more risky. It's a very, very solid role, and it's utilized in a lot of tactics, and it's if you have a keeper that is kind of like the, I guess, Ederson, Alisson, Manuel Neuer type of build, this is definitely the role to utilize for them. Then the second goalkeeper role is the sweep keeper once again, but on defend. It is the safer version of the sweeper keeper role. This is kind of just, I guess you can say, kind of how Bayer Leverkusen have been having their goalkeeper play this season. Don't be super risky like a Manuel Neuer, but be a sweeper keeper, be a part of the play, but don't do anything dumb or crazy with the ball. And that is exactly what the sweep keeper on defend allows you to do. Plus, you can always add the instruction to take fewer risks if you're really wanting them to kind of just be as safe as possible. Now we're going to be moving to the central defender position, and the first central defender role that we have is the central defender on defend. Probably the most basic role that you can have for your center backs, but it is still very good. Sometimes basic is good. As you can see here with all the important attributes, if you have a defender that is just very good at defending but also is a pretty smart player, this is definitely a role that you want to utilize with them, because you're not going to have the risky business of a ball playing defender, and you're not going to have the wastefulness of a no-nonsense center back. And speaking of risky business, the next role for the central defender position is the ball-playing defender on defend. This is kind of like that Virgil van Dijk role. You want someone to be able to kind of control the game from the back, and having a ball-playing defender, or even 2 ball-playing defenders, or if you play 3 in the back, 3 of them can be very, very rewarding in build-up play. However, keep in mind, they do take more risks, as we see right here in the instructions. They take more risks. So having someone who's composed and a good decision maker and pretty good with concentration, that will definitely help in making sure that they aren't making mistakes. Now we're moving to those fullback or wingback areas, and these 2 roles have been absolutely fantastic all year round. The first one is the simple wingback. You can use it on defense, support, or attack. I like using it on support or attack. It is absolutely fantastic. These are some of the most incredible playmakers within a majority of tactics, within a majority of saves. Your wingbacks are going to be able to make incredible plays for you, especially if they have a decent ability in crossing and passing. And the other role to utilize for fullbacks and wingbacks is a inverted wingback. Either utilize it on defend, support, or attack. I prefer support or the attack duty. Now this is that role of a Trent Alexander-Arnold, but another player that performs this role very, very well, especially within FM, is Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich. Now this role allows the player to become a part of your midfield. And if you have players that are able to play this role, I highly suggest at least attempting to fit it within your tactic, because what it allows your side to do by having that extra midfielder is insane. So if you have a pretty good playmaker and they are smart as well, you are going to have an incredible inverted wingback on your hands. Now, when it comes to the defensive midfield area, in my opinion, there are 2 roles that reign supreme in this area. Now, one is the deep line playmaker. It is a playmaker that sits a bit deeper, and if you want to have this be your sole playmaker, your sole distributor within the side, they can do that job perfectly for you. It is an incredible role to have either on the support or the defend duty. But the other one, which especially when I am making 4-2-3-1 tactics is always the counterpart to it, is the ball-winning midfielder on support or, once again, on the defend duty. The ball-winning midfielder is absolutely incredible this year. It was incredible earlier on in the year, and after the winter update, it is still absolutely insane. They win the ball, get the ball, move the ball off, but also sometimes, especially in one of my most recent tactics, which I'll link down below, my 4-2-3-1 Power the Orange, I have a little gap in the 4-2-3-1 because I have it a bit asymmetric. They can still contribute big time assist wise and goal wise if you set it up for them to be able to do that. So they're not just 100% defense all the time. They can contribute offensively as well. And two quick things before we move into the second half of these positions. The skin that I'm using that allows me to kind of showcase the attributes and everything, how I have been doing it, is the new updated version of the TCS skin. What work the space in TCS, it's absolutely amazing. I'll be putting a link down below for you guys to be able to download it, either most likely to FM Scout, that is where I will have it. But the players that you see in today's video that are on the profiles showcasing these attributes are players from my current save over on Twitch that I'm doing called Youth of the Nation with Trumso. So if you guys wish to give that a look, I'll be linking my Twitch down below in the description as well for you guys to check out. But now let's get back to the video. So we're at the central midfield area now, just moving one line up from the defensive midfield area. What are the roles that we utilize in this area? Well, one of them is the exact same that we just went over, and that is once again the ball-winning midfielder. The ball-winning midfielder and the defensive midfield area and the central midfield area are must-haves in any tactic, in my opinion. If you want to have success, you need to have a ball-winning midfielder. However, the other role in the central midfield area is the central midfielder, and more specifically about the central midfielder, as it can be used on defend and support. But the best way to get the most out of it, in my opinion, is central midfielder on attack. It is absolutely insane what central midfielders on attack can do. I have had Jude Bellingham score 30 goals with this role. It is absolutely insane what it allows just sides to be able to do creative. It's absolutely insane what it allows sides to do creatively as well as goal scoring wise. And they aren't just 100% offense, they still contribute defensively as well. They're basically the better, more cracked version of a box-to-box midfielder. And if you have a player that checks all the boxes, all these attributes that are highlighted in green and blue, you're not only going to have one of the best players within your side, one of the best midfielders in the league, they will be one of the best players in the league overall by utilizing this role. Now we're moving to the number 10 position, and there are two roles that are absolutely fantastic. I was going to squeeze in a third, but I was like, you know what? These two are way better than the other one and allow for a boatload of goals to be scored, even though one isn't really focused on goal scoring. And that role is the advanced playmaker. It comes with the support and attack duty. I don't really care which one I have it on because it produces to a pretty good level by utilizing both. But when you do have it on the attack duty, it will allow them to be more aggressive and contributing in the goals department. But if you have someone that can be a great playmaker overall, has these important attributes, you are going to have the best playmaker in the league. And if you have them sitting behind one or two strikers, they are going to be absolutely ridiculous. And if you have those strikers drifting wide, that'll allow that advanced playmaker on attack to cut in between them and kind of act like a deep line forward on attack in a way. So definitely make sure that you're giving the advanced playmaker a go in your tactics. Now, the second role in the number 10 position is one of my favorite roles every year, and that is the shadow striker on attack. That's the only duty that it comes on. That's the only duty that it needs. When you look at the attribute makeup of a shadow striker, it has everything that you need from a striker, but also an advanced playmaker mashed into one role. And if you are rocking a 4-2-3-1 or just any tactic that utilizes a number 10, you definitely want to have a shadow striker within it if you are not using the advanced playmaker, of course, because this role is going to allow players to just go above and beyond what ordinary attacking midfielders are able to do. And you can see this because down here in the statistics for the last 20 matches, you'll notice it's only 9 games because the player that was playing this role was originally playing as a deep lying playmaker. So I moved him up to playing as a shadow striker due to injuries and transfers and whatnot. But in 9 games, he had 10 goals and 2 assists with a 7.9 average rating. The shadow striker is absolutely elite this year in FM24 right now. So we now move out wide to the wings. What are the roles that we are using on our wingers? This one kind of surprised me. I've really liked utilizing it in especially 4-3-3s this year, mainly when I'm utilizing inverted wingback, so I still have someone out wide on the right or the left. And I just realized that that's backwards on the screen, so the right and the left. This is the winger. The winger on attack, more specifically, you can utilize it on support. However, if you're using it on support, I like it a little bit deeper, so like a 4-4-2, or instead of you using wing backs and you have a 3-5 in the back type system, you utilize wingers out wide. But the winger on attack is absolutely incredible this year, especially when you add one specific instruction to it. That is cut inside with the ball, because we have not been able to do that until this year for whatever reason. But now that we are able to do it, it makes the winger on attack so good. And you can see with the important attributes here, they're going to be great pacey playmakers. That is what wingers are. But if you have it cutting inside with the ball and you have a decent level of finishing, they kind of operate like a wide inside forward or a wide inverted winger. That is what they are. So essentially this is kind of an inverted winger, but the winger on attack, for whatever reason, for me personally this year, has performed much better than the inverted winger role. So definitely give the winger a go. And now the other role for the wingers is my favorite role for them. It is the inside forward, either using it on support or attack. Now, this player that I have it on here with, Mr. Dennis, he can also play as a striker. And what I have always said inside forwards are strikers that are out wide. And you can see with the building blocks of the Holy Trinity, he is a striker that is out wide. He has the entire ability to be able to play up top on his own, but I like him a little bit out wide. I actually have 2 inside forwards in the tactic that I am running right now, and they are absolutely fantastic because they are strikers that are out wide. And that other player is Oscar Sierra Sivertson, who also can play up top as a striker. So once again, just kind of reaffirming the inside forward on attack, they're just wide strikers, which allows you to technically have 3 strikers in your side. If you're rocking a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, if you have 3 up top in general, you can always rock 3 strikers in some way, shape, or form if you're wanting to. The inside forward on attack is an absolutely insane role, but the inside forward on support is also pretty good because those kind of act like deep line forwards in a way. Of course, they don't go centrally like a deep line forward would, but they can cut in and kind of act like a deep line forward. But those 2 roles for the wingers are definitely must use this year. But now we are at the top, the tippy top of the tactical formations. That is the striker role. And we have 3 different roles for the striker. The first one being the pressing forward. I suggest either using it on support or attack. They are absolutely fantastic this year. They get you goals, they get you assists, they make sure that you are constantly keeping your opponent under pressure. So if you like to do that within your tactics, definitely use a pressing forward. Then the next role is the Harry Kane role. The complete forward comes on the support or attack duty. They do exactly what the name is. They are complete. They can do everything. A jack of all trades. They're like the James Milner of strikers, which I'm pretty sure if you wanted him to play striker, he could. They are great in the goal scoring department. They're also great in the playmaking department. They're smart players and they are also physically insane, which is why someone like Harry Kane is so darn good at playing this role, because he is absolutely insane in the goal scoring, physicals, and playmaking departments. So if you're looking for someone to kind of just be a complete do-it-all type player up top, complete forward is the way to go. Which now that we've gone through those two, that means there's one last role left, and this is probably the one that everyone saw coming. It is the advance forward on attack, because that is the only duty that it comes with. The advance forward on attack is absolutely incredible this year. Goal scoring wise, playmaking ability wise, advance forwards are a must have in every single tactic. If you're rocking 2 strikers up top, one of them needs to be an advance forward. If you're rocking 1 up top, if you want to get the most out of your tactic, you use an advance forward on attack. If you have 3 strikers up top, have 2 of them or all 3. They'll be absolutely insane. But the advanced forward on attack, as we can see with the attributes, they are your goal getters. They are much better than poachers. They are absolutely insane. I'm not saying that poachers aren't good this year, because they actually are kind of useful this year. But the advanced forward on attack, just everything that it can do, goal scoring wise, playmaking ability wise, and especially if you have a smart advanced forward, they are going to be integral to your success. So there we have it. That is my updated list of the best roles within FM24 post the winter update, as I did kind of do a video like this earlier on in the year. That was the top 20 roles. So we cut it down from 20 to 17, got a little bit more of an exclusive group of roles here to utilize, but we covered every single area of the pitch today. So if you happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit the sub button. Right now I'll be popping up my top 20 roles to use in FM24. And on the other side, my most recent tactic, which was the 4-2-3-1 Power of the Orange, which is absolutely incredible. So definitely give it a watch. But until next time, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.